Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So, I just have to tell you this. I wake up this morning in a good mood, the way I normally do. I drive up here, and I see this wonderful playground compared to how it used to look. Somebody said it used to be nothing but weeds, and it looks so much better. You come in here, and you see all the smiling faces and the longtime friends, and then it's not raining, even though they were calling for pouring rain today. And then, of course, on the heels of last night, you know, my opening night, I just got to tell you, I feel good. I feel good. My name is Elizabeth Hewlett, otherwise known as Betty, and I chair the Prince George's County Planning Board of the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. And on behalf of the commission, I welcome you to the long-awaited, 7 years long-awaited, celebrated groundbreaking of the Westphalia Community Center. As I said, this center was commenced, the planning for the center commenced 7 years ago, and it was through a collaborative effort between two very vibrant, active communities in this area. And I mean, they are active communities. Little Washington and Westphalia. So together, their shared vision and hopes have brought us one step closer to this vision being realized today. So the new Westphalia Community Center is a unique prototype. It was specially designed to accommodate the wishes of this community, featuring amenities for everyone, from the very young to the very young at heart. And the center is going to offer a plethora of health, wellness, fitness, social opportunities for all residents. And, are you ready for this? It boasts 16,223 square feet, and it's going to feature amenities such as a gymnasium with seating for 161 people in bleachers. Wow. They have the restrooms, but a separate family restroom, a teen lounge. We want our teens to be able to do things. A teen lounge, a multi-purpose room, an exercise room, a serving pantry equipped with refrigerator, microwave, additional parking, exterior art to make it beautiful, a large patio area that will connect to the new playground for kids of all ages. And this is just the beginning of this new jewel that will be nestled in the heart of the city, built all around it with the new development that's coming soon. So this is going to be fabulous, and it's your vision. It's your vision coming to fruition. So we have some guest speakers today, and some aren't here yet, but we got the councilman holding up the fort. But before he comes up, I do want to acknowledge some people who are present with us today. From the Department of Parks and Recreation of the Park and Planning Commission, we have our wonderful director, Ronnie Gathers. We have the two of the three deputy directors, Darren Conforti, Deputy Director, Administration and Development. Darren, right there. You got to keep Darren lifted in prayer. He got stung by some bees yesterday. Okay. No. And we have Debbie Tyner, Deputy Director of Area Operations. We have a number of other people from Parks and Recreation who I'm going to introduce in a moment, but I happened to scout this audience and I saw we had two people. First of all, I got to give a shout out to former Councilman Floyd Wilson, who ran countywide. It was our first African-American councilman. So I just want to give a shout out. And then where's my friend? And then I saw Bobby Mack slip in here. Bobby Mack, Chair of the Board of Appeals, community activist. Yeah. Also from Parks and Recreation, we have Carol Benz, Senior Planner. All right. She's from the Park Planning and Development Division. And then Vincent Cox, Project Manager. All right. Central Area Operations, Wanda Ramos, Chief. Daryl Oden, Maintenance Superintendent. And Kathy Garrity, where's Daryl? Right there, Daryl. Kathleen Garrity, Program Superintendent. Shona Superintendent. Greg Kernan, Chief, Natural and Historic Resources Division. Sorry, you just get me choked up, Greg. Okay. From Central Area Maintenance, I just introduced them. Okay. We have, in addition to Darryl, we have Rendell Stewart, Roy Taman, Fitzgerald White, Lawrence Newman, Christopher Lyles, Giovanni Marshall, Chris Garrett, Brooke Westby. Those are Park Rangers and Outreach Team, Stacy Russell and Arnisa Moody. Let's give it up for them. From our Public Affairs Office, I know we have Anika Jackson, right there, and so many others, and Alex, who puts these things together. She works so very, very hard. So I do want all the folks from the Parks and Recreation Department and from Park and Planning Commission to just wave your hands so you know who they are, because these people are out there serving you. And of course I have to do a shout out because I see Doug Edwards, who told me not to call him Reverend in these settings, so just Doug Edwards, okay, who works so very hard for his community and the county at large. And two of the most special, beautiful young ladies I've ever seen. I wish I could take them with me everywhere, Miss Margaret and Miss Thelma. Yeah. Woo! Such a fantastic job. So, without further ado, and since the others aren't here yet, I can give them more of a shout out than it's in my script, okay? So you get more time than you thought. Okay. So, our very next speaker represents the 6th Councilmanic District on the Prince George's County Council. I have watched, I'm telling my age, I've watched this young man grow up. He is superb, he is hands-on, he is an activist, he looks out for his community, and he looks out for the entirety of Prince George's County. He's done so much for the county, and he doesn't miss any opportunity he can to really help out. He's been a strong advocate and proponent for Parks and Recreation of the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. He looks out for his community, and he's multifaceted. So not only does he do all this in his professional life, but he's got some other secret talents, and you need to check him out sometimes. So I'm going to put your hands together as I invite the inimitable council member, Derek Leon, a.k.a. Maceo. Maceo, to the microphone. Because if you've never heard him play that saxophone, you are missing something. So come on down here, Derek Leon Maceo. Woo!
Thank you. Lord, I tell you, you pull out the sax one day and they think you can play it.
I got the video.
How's everybody doing? Good. That's what I'm talking about.
You feel good?
You feel, wait a minute, I feel great. It said rain or shine, and they said this was a groundbreaking, so I thought God was going to give us a little bit of rain about 6 o'clock in the morning so they can make the ground real ready for our shovels to go in the ground. You know what I mean? So, for me, this is just a labor of love. We talked about, Betty, we've talked about it for years. 2 communities, Little Washington, give yourselves a hand. Westphalia, give yourselves a hand. We are at the precipice of all of this coming together to be another beacon in District 6 for Prince George's County to really take hold of. Think about what's happening today. We're sticking a new shovel in the ground to build what essentially will be a focal point of a community that has a long history, right? Along with another community that has embraced itself around it, that is going to be prepared to embrace more people who want to become part of Prince George's County. Can you feel that? Yeah. Can you feel that? Yeah. Can you feel that? Yeah. It's always, I call District 6 the heart of Prince George's County. We sit right in the middle, geographically, of the county. Westphalia, Little Washington sits on the eastern and bring the broad thought back to the next meeting. Because as I said, in Prince George's County, all eyes are on District 6. They watch what we do. They understand what we do. You know why? Because they know we grow appropriately. And when we plant deeply, they end up getting everything that we have to seed off because we continue to grow. Think about it. We continue to grow. Remember the Spalding Library? Yeah, remember that? Yeah, that's not District 6 no more. District 6 built the Spalding Library, right? Remember that? You remember Splash Park over there in Glendale? Is it Splash Park? Bobby, you remember Splash Park? Y'all know what Splash Park is down on 450? That was in District 6 too. It's not District 6 anymore. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say it now. Bobby Mackey over there, you listening? They can't have this when we build this one. All right? They can't have this when we build this one, all right? Walker Middle Regional, they can't have that one either. It's right in the middle of District 6. They can't have North Forest, they can't have that. They can't have this. We are going to continue to grow appropriately. We're going to continue to be the envy of all the county because we don't mind, because we want them to envy doing it right so that everyone does it right. Y'all stay with me. I stay with you. God bless. Thank you very, very much.
So I just have one question for you. Councilmember Derek Leon Davis just mentioned that he really, essentially, he said he stands on the shoulders of all of his predecessors. And they have laid the groundwork for a number of these facilities. And he said he hopes that he is doing justice and will continue to serve this community as well as they have. And I just have one question. Did he take that torch and run with it? Is he running with it? Jesse Owens and all of that too. So, thank you very much, Councilman Davis. And, you know, we talked about the two associations here. I mean, you all are really activist, engaged associations. You want the very best for your communities. And sometimes that means you have to take a firm stand. I mean, sometimes it means you have to negotiate and compromise sometimes, but not on your standards. Never on your standards. And we are so thrilled to work with the two associations in this area. And I've had the pleasure of dealing with the associations on a number of different levels. And I know that you have some absolutely fine memberships and leadership. And on that note, representing the Westphalia Civic Association, I'd like you to please put your hands together for someone who stays on top of things, Mr. Riddell Duke. He stays on his J-O-D.
Good morning. Good morning. This is truly a day that the Lord has made. All right. And we are doing what we are supposed to do, and that is rejoicing and being glad in it.
Amen. That's right.
Now, I kind of think this is a little setup to have me follow our councilman. Kind of hard to have to follow.
No, I told him not to let me follow him.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Hewlett? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I've known Ms. Hewlett when she was chairman of the commission during the Wayne Carey administration. And she has been a very, very good chairperson during that time and during this time of work. Thank you. And our councilman. I don't know what to say about him. Since he has taken office, I should say before he took office, he was very active. We talked with him each time that he ran for the county council. And I believe, you don't want to be called Reverend this morning?
Yes,
I believe Reverend Evans at the Mission of Love award ceremony, he stated that he had run 3 times.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And he finally got it. And I believe he's going to be with us for another 4 years.
All right.
Now I want to acknowledge some other folk who are here today. We have Mr. Olaf Noah from Westphalia Woods 1. President, Mr. Willie Wanamaker, who's the president of Chester Grove Homeowners Association. We have Ms. Daniel Williams. She's a member of the Little Washington Civic Association, but she represents the RC Park. also. Thank you for coming. And we have, which some of you may not know, it's called the Westphalia Sector Development Review Advisory Council. And we have those members here, the Vice Chair, Ms. Gloria Beckett. And again, Mr. Wanamaker, Mr. Noah, Ms. Williams, Ms. Yolanda Patterson, all members of that council. The council was appointed by the county council. Okay? And the council was appointed to represent you in the development that is occurring within the Westphalia sector. We talk about Little Washington, we talk about Westphalia, but now we call it the Westphalia sector. That includes all of Westphalia and the developing communities. Mr. Floyd Wilson. Mr. Wilson was around many, many years ago, and as I was telling someone earlier that we go back so far, we're just old. But we're still here. Okay? And I say that because this event today culminates what we have worked on for a number of years, and I would say 40 plus years. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but we thank you because the groundbreaking today doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to start tomorrow now. It's just putting the shovel in the ground. But Councilman, we do have the money, haven't we? It's in the budget. It's in the budget. It's in the budget, but do we have the money?
I see Ronnie nodding in affirmative.
Okay, we have the money. Okay, thank you.
My job is to say it's in the budget.
Thank you. There have been a number of meetings with various members of the park and planning staff in designing this community center. The community has been very, very engaged in this project. They have come to us on a number of occasions and asked for our input in terms of what we would like to see with this community center. So what was described earlier is not something that Park and Planning has just put together. It's something that the community has asked for. And they have honored our request, and we want to thank you so very much for that.
Yeah.
And Councilman, I want to thank your staff because each time I call there, they are very pleasant, they are very responsive, and they come out. They come out to our meetings, they answer our questions, they are very, very engaged with the Westphalia sector. I'm not going to say the Westphalia community, but we're with the Westphalia sector. And as Ms. Hewlett has said before, we have been kind of a thorn in their side. However, that's why they're there. For us to be a thorn in their side. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. I want to thank the Park and Planning staff. I want to thank you because none of this would not have been possible without the blessings of God upon all of us.
That's right.
None of it would have been possible. We take credit for it, but all the praise, all the honor, all the glory is to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's what makes it possible.
Right.
That's what makes it possible. Okay? Again, I want to thank everybody. Enjoy. Come back again. And when this center opens, I expect to see you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Y'all give Mr. Duke a huge round of applause.
I don't know why I have to follow either one of those people. But I do want to say thank you for coming out. And this has been a long time coming, and we're so happy to see it happening. I just thought I wasn't going to live to see this day. I'll be quite frankful with you. But with the Lord's help, we're still here, and we're still pushing for more. Now we want sidewalks to get down here. Thank you.
Gave props to Westphalia, the Westphalia Civic Association, and wanted to make sure we gave equal props to Little Washington Civic Association, even though it's all part of the Westphalia sector. So I wanted to make sure, even though Mr. Henderson wasn't here, Ms. Beckett stepped up to the plate in a great big way, and we want to make sure that you all get your props. Little Washington gets their props just as much as everybody else. So so give it up. Give it up. So now I do want to take a moment to, first of all, I want to thank you for coming. We do have fruit and not vegetables, we have fruit over here. I'm focused on health and wellness. It's going to be a long process. Okay, but we do have fruit over here. Get your apple on, keep the doctor away, get your bananas on, get your potassium. And then we're going to go with the groundbreaking. Or maybe it's reverse order. But anyway, come to the groundbreaking and then have your fruit. We want to thank everyone for coming, and you're going to have great things in store. Give it up for everybody. Thank you, team. Thank you, Westphalia Sector. Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you, Daddy.
So come on.
Let's go put a shovel in the ground. Come on, everybody. I want the picture to make it to Facebook. Everybody. I'm just prepared, Miss Becky. I know one day I get to come up.
All right, if everybody can stand behind, we'll have an opportunity to take more photos after the official one.
Okay.
If everybody could just
Jordan,
back up
Jordan,
a little bit,
Mr. Duke's
so
hat.
we can fit everybody in.
Here we go. Come on. Come on. You left-handed? How we doing?
Are we getting more? Okay.
Oh, we got shovels. Here we go. That's right. And the next one, we're going to need some crack. Oh, let me stop telling on myself.
All right, everybody look here. Big smiles. Look here. All right, now get a little dirt on your shovel. And on 3, we're going to throw some dirt. 1, 2, 3.
Where's that water? Yeah. Where's that rain? We need another. That was fun. So we can do that one again.
Let's get everybody a little bit closer to each other.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. All right. Look here, big smiles. All right, let's throw the dirt again. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That's the fun stuff. So we gonna get some folks behind us and get some more people in the picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, team, get in the picture.
Come on. The association.
Come on.
Come on, Brother Smooth.
Come on, we got our paparazzi here. Y'all join the picture. Come on, everybody. I'm quite sure you won't get in trouble for being here. I'm certain you won't get in trouble for being here. Don't put on that.
Hey, baby. How you doing? Are you going to be in the picture? No, I'm not.
My wife made me take a bath.
Hold my bag.
Get closer.
I don't want that.
Yeah. It's Saturday.
I'll put it in the recycling. I'm a big recycler. Yeah, me too.
Wait a minute. Where's Miss Margaret?
Where's Miss White?
She's right there.
Okay. Miss Thelma.
She always hides.
I know.
Every time. Okay, everybody look here.
Everyone say sector.
All right, you want to throw dirt again?
I'm down with dirt. On 3.